Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Of course, we're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Well, today I got around to doing some coffee dyeing, and so this is some of it. I still have some drying in the kitchen. So I did some cards, kind of the larger index cards, and I did some envelopes, and some of them got stuck. They still had a little bit of the sticky. They were new envelopes, but they were old, and so they didn't stick until I got them wet. And then they stuck, but that'll be fine. I'll work around that. And then I was able to get these done. I usually will iron them, so we'll see. They all turned out so interesting. Isn't that fun? So a nice soft pretty color, I think, for the most of them. They different colors depending on where they were, I guess, in the pile. And also I had, you can see the variation of color here. What I had done is I'm trying to dye some paper. I'm not great at it because I'm impatient, but try to dye some paper for my groovy journal so I can get that started. So I had a tub of yellow and a tub of red, and I hurried and did a few of them. Most of them are torn. So I'm still waiting for them to dry. I'll show you those probably in the next video. But what was left of the yellow, I just added my coffee dye to. So a lot of these are kind of have a softer tint. And then I made another tub of just regular coffee. So these kind of turned out a little bit different, which I'm happy with those. So it's kind of like a little bit of a tea stain color. And then these, I don't know if you all ever have this. I have it every time, but these are the ones that have chewed up, my little chewies, chewed up edges. Some of them, I can still use. Like this one might not be too bad. I don't know, it's a little rough there, and I can use them in collage. Definitely can use them to back things. Things like that. But I also want to use them as they are. So like that one, maybe this one. So what I wanted to do is just, I'm going to set the rest of them. I just wanted to make like these pockets. So what I've done is I've just left the crunchy parts and just folded it. I left a little tab here because I didn't want a full page of it. But I left this so it could go in a journal, and I can hinge something else on here. And then I grabbed some of my, here, this one might work, some of my cards, my stash. So it would go like that in a journal. You would have, of course, this is 8.5 or 8.5 by 11. So this would poke out maybe a little bit at the top of your journal. And then the pocket ends right here because that's where the chewed up part is. And then of course you could decorate this. So that's basically what I'm doing, is I'm just going to look at these and see, can I make kind of, I'm just gonna, that looks like it's pretty fragile. I'm not sure what causes that. I don't know if this was on the bottom of the pile and it just got too wet. You know what I mean? Like there was just too much of it in the, soaking. It just got to soaking too much. Is that the side I want, or do I want this side? I might want this side. Kind of nice and dark. And then I'll fold this over, get that a little bit straight. So yeah, I wanted to kind of, and then I wanted to kind of use these in a different way than what I normally do. And then it gives you on the back, you know, nice writing space. If you want, you can decorate it, but I like to have writing space. There's our train. So I just thought what I would do is, you know, just distress that chewed up part and just leave it. Now it is going to be a little bit more vulnerable than, you know, if it wasn't chewed up, but I'm going to go ahead and glue it, and then just, you know, have to be mindful of what size journal card I put in it. Now these are nice and tall. They don't always have to be tall, I don't think. I could make 2 out of this, but those time cards, you know, those time cards, when you read them, where is that time card at? Is that a time card? No, that's not even a time card. Let's see if we have a time card. But the time cards, I think, would work in here. Here's a nice tall one. What is that? What is that? Oh, no, that's part of something. Oh, that's a really big one. Okay, that's not it. Do I have time cards? Oh, here's a time card. A couple of time cards. I wonder if those would fit. I feel like they would go really well, too. And, of course, again, on this one, it's going to be stopped right here. Unless it's, you know, diagonal or something, because this one goes all the way down. But I think that'll go good. All right, well, let's leave those out and see what happens. Anyways, it is a little bit grungy. I guess grungy's the word for it. But I like it. I like it. I like using these. Because a lot of times when I use them for, you know, I kind of tear them up and use them in collage and stuff. You know, you lose some of that character of the coffee dye that you did. So I thought this might be fun. You don't have to hinge. I just thought I would do these and, you know, have it to where it was hinged. And I think I'll do this side real quick too. If you wanted to, you could just use this as a flap, and then you could put it in your journal with a paper clip or something like that if you wanted to. But I think I'm going to use these as pages. So right now I'm just trying to get some of that fun to come out by putting that on there. Okay. Good. All right, so all I'm going to do is just going to go along here. This one's a little chewed, so I'm going to go kind of get it pretty good here just to help it to not, that one is too, to help it to not continue on. And this one, I might, where's that piece I tore off? This little piece I just tore off of there. I bet I could use it to bandage. Yeah, just do that. Perfect. Okay, so fun. Now let's see. Oh, it's perfect. I love it. Let's get that. See if this one. You could, you know, use that as a little bit of a peekaboo there. Very fun. So maybe that'll help you to look at your chewed up ones a little bit differently. Now let's see about this one. What could we do with this one? Maybe we could use this as a... Maybe we could use this one as a wraparound pocket, you know, or put it in the signature, but as a double pocket. Now let's see, which side do I like? I think I might like this side. Okay. So it would go like this. And then, how wide is that? Yeah, that would still fit. So it would go in a journal like this, and then you could use this as your pockets. Okay. I'll show you here in just a second. We'll get it distressed and then glue it. And then maybe I have something already made that can go in it. The edges don't need a whole lot because they're a little bit, have that little bit of coffee crisp, you know. This one got caught in a fold while it was drying. So yeah, I did coffee dyeing. I put them outside for a while. It's chilly here, but it was sunny, but they weren't drying quick enough for me. I was very impatient today. Still am impatient. I'm waiting for my colored ones to get done. And so I thought, you know what? I'm working in the kitchen. Oh, our laundry room is off of the kitchen. So I'm doing laundry today, and I was doing some stuff in the kitchen. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to bake them for the rest of the time while I'm in the kitchen. So that's what I did, is I baked them. I put it at 250, and I kept setting the timer for 2-minute intervals, and then I would check it, rotate the paper a bit, kind of let you know, the heat get through it. Sometimes if if you've done this before, you know that the moisture from the pages will kind of suck the pages together, and then it doesn't really get too much, you know, warm air in there to dry it. So I just kept rotating pages. Took forever, it seemed, but I got all my laundry done. Well, except for one load. I have one load that's sitting and waiting. I'm going to do it later. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, might have bumped you with my head. Go down the side here. Oops. The sound, I love it. Go down the side here. Okay. So this one, might tear that just a little bit to show that it's a pocket. Maybe a little bit more than that because it wants to not be very structurally sound right there. So, okay. I think right here, just to help it out, I'm just gonna put that there. I wouldn't need to if normally, because you know you're gonna put it in the signature or wrap it around something, but just for now I thought I'm gonna do that. Okay. All right, so let's say, let's use this as an example. It's not the right size, but so it would go kind of like that. And then let's see if I can find anything already made that we can take a look at. I mean, these would definitely fit, but you could pack this in. That's kind of fun. Look how sweet she is. And then of course you could decorate. You could put anything on there. You could leave it and write on it. Whatever you wanted to do. Yeah, so I'm happy with these. I wanted to use these up, and maybe, you know, not in the traditional way, although I will be using some of them for collage or to back, you know, like I do here. These are all from, that's from scraps that, you know, didn't do well. And so I lost a lot of the, you know, because of tears and stuff in the, when my coffee died. So I just use them to back stuff. So you can still do that. Okay, so there's those. Let's see if we have one more. Here's one that's, wowza. But see how I love, look how neat that looks. But I'm going to go ahead and just tear some of it that's already wanting to tear. And what does it want to do? I think I'm going to make another big one like this. I like them. Oh my gosh, bumped you again. So this one, you know, this one would have been cool as a full sheet. You know, it has such neat markings. But since I'm not going to use it that way because it's torn up, I still get to keep most of it. So, I mean, you'd get to keep most of it too if you put it on a journal card, but I don't know, just something about it, I like it. Okay. Joey's running to the grocery store for me this evening on his way home because I wanted to make a salad, and we had bought a bag of salad. You guys ever do that? Bought a bag of salad at the grocery store. Oh my gosh, it went bad so quick. I think I had one salad out of it. So I asked him if he would go and get a different type, like instead of the bag, get the little carton it comes in, that little clear plastic carton that they come in. Seems to last longer. I don't know. Something. Okay, and then I'm going to fold this over. Give it a little bit. Let's see, how big is that? Yeah. And I don't want it to be, you know, too big that it doesn't fit in a page or in a signature. I just changed the little dauber on here, and I gave it a squirt first, the dauber, with that ink refresher, and you know, to just kind of moisten it a little bit, and it worked pretty good. All right. Where do I want to be the top? Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to move my camera. I've bumped my head 3 times on it. Still trying to figure out a good location for it. Okay. On this one, maybe we'll tear it across like this. And then kind of notch it out maybe a little bit and just make this a double pocket. I'm not necessarily going to decorate these just yet because I'm just not sure what journal I'm going to put them in. Okay, so that's going to go this way. And then flip it over. And just have a writing space. That's what we're going to do. Just going to have a writing space. So let's do this one. Get some glue on there. We've been unseasonably warm. I feel like it's a bit unseasonable. Oopsie. It's been in the 50s. One day I think it got up to almost 60. I think I mentioned to you that I'm a little nervous that my I better tear that a little bit. I'm a little nervous that my tulips, irises, and daffies, my little daffodils, are gonna get tricked. I don't know if you remember me telling you that last fall Joey planted like 100+ tulip bulbs that he had gotten from work. They plant them every year, but they dig them up every year too. They don't save them for the next year. So yeah, he brought some home. We were able to share them with a friend. And then he planted them, and I cannot wait to see where he, planted them. I know the vicinity, but it's going to be fun to see, them all pop up. Okay. Fun. Super fun. And let's see what if I can find. Let's try a couple of these in here. Yeah. Okay, let's try it again. I was thinking that I hadn't glued that one right, but I did. But that's going to really poke up. Let's see if I have any smaller ones. Is this still too big? Yeah. Here's a little greeting card. Or I mean a little playing card, bridge probably. Ooh, that's cute. Put a little bit on the back to write on. That's neat. These are the ones I made out of the old map. Remember that? Back in the day, I cut maps the size of 8.5 by 11, and then I just ran them through the printer, printed on them. So this one I probably would look for one that has a topper. Let's see, I've got a few toppers here, but these might be too big. I think those are going to be too tall. Yeah. Now here's a somewhat short. Oh my gosh. I don't know how many times I've hit that with my head. Something like that. And then again, you could decorate, you could put one of your labels on it, a couple of your labels on, pretty labels. Or I have these Junk Journal Studio, those labels from days gone by. Just put something like that on. Wouldn't that be fun? Cool. Well, that's it. That's it. I just wanted to get in here and try this and see if I could do something different with my chewed up ones, my chewies. And I do like it. I do like using it like that. I really do. I love the way they feel and sound. Okay, well, I hope that inspires you to just look at things differently, even if, you know, you don't decide to do it. It's just fun to kind of look at things a different way. If all else fails, we'll just use them like we have been. But I thought it was worth a little try. So, okay, well, that's all I have for tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm hoping to be able to show you tomorrow or maybe the next day. I don't know. I'm waiting for those to dry, but I'm hoping to show you what the other ones look like. The ones that I did with, I used some of my dyes to do that. I used some of that sprinkle dye. I can't remember the name of that. I showed you those the other day where I sprinkle it. I did it with the rain. Remember that? Anyways, I'll show it to you. And so I did it with that, and then I put some doilies and things over it to try to make an impression. So that's why I get impatient. I want to see what's going on under those doilies. And I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and let them sit overnight. Hope I can wait. So, all right. Well, thanks, everybody. Just a reminder, We pray blessings over you, and we want you to know you're so loved. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye.